These are some frequently asked questions about the California Constitution, Article 9. How many sections does Article 9 have? It contains 16 sections. And what does Article 9 relate to? It relates to education. Are there any general statements that accompany this article? Section 1 of Article 9 provides that a general diffusion of knowledge and intelligence are essential to the preservation of the rights and liberties of the people, and that the legislature must encourage by all suitable means the promotion of intellectual, scientific, moral, and agricultural improvement in the state. What are the provisions for an elected state school administrator? Section 2 provides that a superintendent of public instruction is to be elected by the qualified electors of the state at each gubernatorial election, and further that no superintendent of public instruction may serve more than two four-year terms. Are there state deputy school administrators? Section 2.1 specifies that the State Board of Education, on the nomination of the superintendent of public instruction, is to appoint one deputy superintendent and three associate superintendents, all of whom are exempt from state civil service and whose terms of office are for 4 years. Are there county school administrators? Section 3 provides that a superintendent of schools for each county may be elected by the qualified electors at each gubernatorial election or may be appointed by the County Board of Education. What are the qualifications for school superintendents? Section 3.1 states that the legislature shall prescribe the qualifications that are required of county superintendents of schools. Can joint boards of education be established? Section 3.2 provides that any two or more chartered counties or non-chartered counties may, by a majority vote of the electors of that county, establish one joint board of education and one joint county superintendent of schools for those united counties. Who determines how county boards of education members are selected? Section 3.3 notes that a county charter may provide for the election of the members of the County Board of Education of that county and for their qualifications and terms of office. Are schools intended to be free of charge in this state? Section 5 requires the legislature to provide a system of common schools by which a free school must be kept up and supported in each district at least 6 months of every year. What is the salary paid to teachers? Section 8 states that each person, other than a substitute employee, who is employed by a school district as a teacher or in any other position requiring certification, must be paid a salary of at least $2,400 per year. How are districts formed? Section 6.5 allows the formation of districts for school purposes that are situated in more than one county, or the issuance of bonds by those districts under the general laws that are adopted or enacted by the legislature. How are members of the State Board of Education selected? Section 7 specifies that the legislature is to provide for the appointment or the election of the State Board of Education and a Board of Education in each of the 58 counties, or for the election of a joint county Board of Education for two or more counties. Who must adopt textbooks? Section 7.5 requires the State Board of Education to adopt textbooks for use in grades 1 through 8 throughout the state of California, and those are to be furnished without cost. Are there limitations on public monies being spent for certain types of schools? Section 8 states that no public money can be appropriated for the support of any sectarian or denominational school, or any school that's not under the exclusive control of the officers of the public schools. Which system of higher education is provided for in the state constitution? Section 9 provides that the University of California constitutes a public trust, and that trust is to be administered by the existing corporation known as the Regents of the University of California, and that they have full powers of organization and government, subject only to legislative control as may be necessary to ensure the security of its funds and compliance with the terms of the endowments of the university, and competitive bidding procedures as may be made applicable to the university by statute. Are there selection criteria for UC regents? Section 9 provides for the composition of the Board of Regents, who must be able-bodied persons which are broadly reflective of the economic, cultural, and social diversity of the state of California, including ethnic minorities and women. Also, the governor must consult an advisory committee in choosing regents. What is the legal authority of the UC Regents? Section 9 also specifies that the regents of the University of California are vested with the legal title and the management and disposition of the property of the university. Who has power to provide for different school districts? Section 14 provides that the legislature has power by general law to provide for the incorporation and organization of school districts, high school districts, and community college districts. And finally, what are the requirements for serving on boards of education? Section 16 allows provisions for the manner in which and the times at which and the terms for which the members of boards of education are elected or appointed, as well as for their qualifications, compensation, and removal, and finally for the number which constitute any one of those boards of education.